A warm welcome and a big thanks for buying this course. A brief introduction about this course. Adobe Photoshop was started with the concept of a digital darkroom, a replacement for chemical darkroom for film photography, to process films and transfer it to chemical-based paper and to deliver the photographs in the older days. Therefore, there are many tools even today in Adobe Photoshop are named after the real tools used in the chemical darkroom. For example, dodge and burn, which is used to create the darker patch and the brighter patches on the photographs. This is an old story. Photoshop has come a long way. Today the power of Photoshop is in its capability to combine images or photographs, digital illustrations or vector graphics with text together to produce artworks for the print ads, for billboards, for websites, for mobile application, even the wonderful artworks on your t-shirt or a beautiful painting in the art gallery. Perhaps you name the creative impression and Photoshop is an integral part of it. Photoshop uses a concept of layers to do this, like a hamburger. Every ingredient is on separate layer but all together create some magic. And every ingredient can be controlled, minimized, maximized, or it can be blended with some other ingredients, and that's the core concept of Adobe Photoshop. This is a layer palette, the control room of your workflow. You will be learning about the layer panel in detail and in the coming chapters, but in the beginning you just have to know that F7 is the shortcut key if the layers panel is missing from your default screen, or go to Windows or open layers panel. You don't have to know anything more than that till you reach to the layers section or the chapters. Second important thing is preferences, to set Photoshop as per specific requirement. Smallest example is the background color of your Photoshop can be changed. The color or the brightness of that can be changed to suit your working environment. And the big one is the memory allocation for Photoshop. We will work with the factory default setting for a while and we'll look at preferences once we get little familiar with the interface so that it doesn't get overwhelming. The key to success while learning Photoshop or similar software is that you have to try it yourself. No matter how small or how tiny is your lesson or the trick or the procedures, you have to try it yourself, because what you see on your screen is an experienced expert doing things, and they might do it like fluid. But when you experience that, you might come across some hurdles, and only with practice you can overcome that small or big hurdles. And therefore it is very important not just to watch the videos but do it yourself and discover the fun or the challenge of doing things with Photoshop. Another important thing attached to this course is that there are a lot of PSD files attached, and I want you to download all of them as you go through the course and have a look at the layer structure and the tips and techniques attached to that. However, I also want you to recreate each of those PSD files from scratch. And even if you don't succeed in creating or recreating the similar look and feel or the effect, don't worry about it. It happens with everyone. But that's the real way to achieve your goals and take Photoshop to its extreme. I'll be more than happy to take your questions and support you throughout the course. Once again, welcome aboard.